For the first several moments, connect. Okay. Excuse me. A soft ujjayi whisper. So give your breath sound, but just enough effort to have sound. Not so much effort that it's work. Feel the pulse of your rib cage creating the breath. Feel not only front and side ribs starting to open, but even the back ribs. The visual that's come to me lately is like a jellyfish underwater, fluidly opening and closing, drawing in and moving out. We'll move into Viloma Pranayama. When we breathe in, we'll do so in little sips of air. Let's say 4 sips. So you'll breathe in for a moment and pause. Breathe in, pause. Breathe in, pause. Breathe in, and hold for a slow 4 count, as long as your in-breath was. And then smooth ujjayi exhale, 4 counts, as long as your inhale, and hold. So together, take a normal breath in case you're holding your breath and listening, and let it go. And begin. Sip in through your nose and pause. Breathe in and pause. Breathe in, pause. Breathe in, hold. Tall spine or lie down and tuck your chin slightly. And then slow, smooth ujjayi exhale. Again, sip in, pause. Sip, pause. Sip, pause. Sip, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow ujjayi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, sip. 4 sips, then hold. Smooth exhale. 4 more rounds on your own. If it starts to get stressful, just shorten the count. Those of you who know Mula Bandha can engage the root lock on the pauses and the holds. Relax it completely whenever you're breathing in or out. When you finish the round you're on, take one more full round. And return to your soft ujjayi continuous breath and feel. Come to all fours for pelvic tilts. If you're not comfortable being on hands and knees, you'll lie down on your back for pelvic tilts. If I see you do that, I'll give you more explicit instructions. Tabletops. Neutral table. Your hands may be a little wider than your shoulders. Give yourself some space. We haven't warmed up shoulders yet. And then press the ground away to get a little lift out of the shoulders. So your chest is firm. Your shoulder joints feel padded, but still able to breathe all the way up into your armpits. Lengthen the pelvis straight back, the tailbone, the pubic bone, the two sitting bones, pointing straight back. Lumbar spine dipping down just a little bit, top rim of sacrum soft down. Breathe in, top rim of sacrum to sky, taking the curve out of low back. Breathe out, top rim of sacrum dips to floor, curving low back. Relax your neck. Inhale, top rim sacrum sky. The ribs stay fairly steady except for the opening and closing of the breath. Exhale, top rim sacrum down. Take 3 more just like that. Isolating or starting to, not isolate, I don't want to freeze, but decouple the movement of the pelvis from the rest of the spine, shoulders and ribs. And come back to your neutral tabletop with your pelvic floor pointing straight back, the top rim of sacrum softly down, so your tail is untucked, but your ribs are still in, the back ribs free to open with your breath. Relax your neck. Inhale, press the earth away, lift the upper back up between your shoulder blades. Exhale, sink the chest towards your thumbs or your elbows if you're on elbows. Keep the arms straight if you're on your hands. Inhale, press ground away, lift upper back through shoulders. Exhale, sink chest, shoulder blades rise behind you. Here the ribs and the pelvis are fairly steady as you keep going for 3 more breaths. Ungluing those sticky shoulder blades from the upper back. Swirling your breath into the tissues around the chest, upper back, and shoulders. And then come on down to your back. Elbow to knee, abdominal stage 1. Lie on your back with your feet on the floor. Knees bent. Activate the feet. Lift and spread your toes. The balls of the feet are still on the ground. From big toe to pinky toe, the inner outer heel equally balanced. Hands clasping head and neck. You can take a moment to massage your neck with your thumbs. Never mind, neck has no work to do here. Head will stay relaxed into your supporting hands. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat. Send your breath down into low back. We'll take the curve out of low spine and flatten low back into mat. Exhale, both elbows towards the right thigh. Pick your right foot up. Knee comes right over the hip, no closer to you than that. Pull your belly down. Inhale, set your feet down. Keep your shoulders off the mat. Exhale, twist to the left thigh, pick your left foot up. Both elbows reaching towards left thigh, so both shoulders are rising, but head is relaxed. Inhale, center, feet down, head and shoulders centered off the mat. Exhale, twist right, pick right foot up, pull belly down. Inhale, set your feet down, press your low back flat. Exhale, twist left, draw navel to spine. Do 3 more like that on each side. Be conscious of the breath and the warmth you're generating in the low belly and the waist. Supple movements, not necessarily tightening movements. Tight is not synonymous with strong. Tight is more like tension. And when you're done with your rounds, return to all fours for micro twist and quadruped. Again, if someone needs an option to not be on hands and knees, I'll show you spinal twist repetitions. Once those of you coming to all fours, once again, find your neutral table. That lift out of your shoulders, the lengthening of the pelvis back, but the lumbar spine soft. There's a natural curve in low back. That's a little different than popping the ribs and belly out. You don't want to collapse through your core. That'll feel like probably pinch in low back. Some of us have low back issues. There's a lift of the low back ribs rather than tucking the tail. Maintain that. In fact, breathe right now into the low back ribs and turn your chest towards your left arm. Pick your left hand straight off the earth, just an inch. Relax your low belly, and then exhale. Pull low belly in, pick right knee off the earth, just an inch straight up. Hand down, knee down. Inhale into the back ribs, turn chest to the right, right hand rises. Relax low belly, and then engage low belly to pick the left knee up. Not back, just straight up and back to center. Inhale, inflate the back ribs, turn to the left, left hand up, relax belly. Exhale, engage low belly, right knee floats up. If that hurts low back, skip the knees, just do the arms. Inhale, twist to the right, right hand up. Exhale, pick your left knee up. Do 2 more to each side like that. And when your rounds are complete, you'll come back onto your back in a Shavasana-like shape. Legs straight. Side lying, side bend variation. Lying on your back with your sacrum on the ground, both hips, both buttocks equally balanced on the ground, both sides of the rib cage down, especially low ribs. Take a slow, full breath into your belly and up into your heart and let it out. We'll keep the breath rhythm going like that. Breathe into belly, up into chest. On exhale, start to lean down to the right, pinching off right side of waist, stretching out left side of ribs. Pause when you're out of breath. Again, inhale into belly, into chest. Exhale, use the muscles in right side of waist to pull your torso to the right. Your elbows might have to help a little bit on your sticky mat Your head might help a little, but mostly your waist and spinal muscles are working. Feel for both hips still balanced on the mat, both sides of the rib cage down, left hip, left ribs are not rising. If there's room to scooch over a little more, do it on exhale. Continue to breathe into belly and then up into heart. Exhale, feel back body on the earth. All right, adding on. Inhale into low belly and up into chest. Exhale, start to bring left foot closer to the right foot. Like you've got, I don't know, like a thigh master or ball between your legs. Start to squeeze it with your left inner thigh. Pause, breathe into belly, breathe into chest. Use your left adductor. See if there's any more room to squeeze left leg in towards the right. It might not actually move, but you'll feel the left inner leg turning on, like there's something actually there to squish. Again, both sides of hips, both sides of ribs are still on the ground. Take one more breath in the shape. Exhale, one more squeeze. And unwind back to center. In Shavasana, inhale into belly and up into heart. Exhale, lean your torso over to the left. Feel as if the left waist muscles are what's pulling you over. Take 4 more breaths like that, maybe moving a little more with each breath. Your torso, your spine might not actually move, but you'll feel a squeeze on the left side of waist between your ribs and your hip. It's almost like you're trying to tuck your ribs into your hip. Both sides of hips stay on earth, both sides of the rib cage still down. Slow, full breaths into belly, rise up into the heart. This time, inhale into belly, up into chest, and exhale, start to squeeze right inner thigh in towards the left. Maybe your foot slides closer to the left, maybe not. But turn the inner leg on. 3 more breaths like that. Breathe up, breathe into belly, up into heart. Exhale, release back to center. Take a moment in center, breathing into belly, rippling up into chest, and let it go. Draw your knees into your chest. Actually, press your feet into the mat so you can scoot your hips over to the right. Then pick your knees up, drop them to the left, spinal twist. You can change the leg variation if your body's asking for that. Or of course, prop. Something under the knees or between the knees is just fine. You may need to bring right arm across to unroll back onto your back. Press your feet down. Scoot your hips over to left edge of mat, then pick your knees up, drop them to the right. Return to all fours, dolphin prelude. Come down onto your elbows and knees. Wrap your hands around your upper arm bones so elbows stay right under shoulders or even a little bit narrower, unless you have a shoulder injury and that's painful. Clasp your hands in front of you. Walk the knees back an inch out to the sides, an inch, or as much as you desire. As you lean your hips back, put your head on the floor. Feel for softening chest towards the ground, so upper back starts to sink and warm up. I'll leave it up to you whether your toes are untucked, your toes are inner, behind your knees. That'll slightly change the tilt of the pelvis, so you can feel for that. Optional, lifting hands off the mat, pointing your softly clasped fingers up to the ceiling. 3 more conscious breaths into the shoulders and upper back. And lower your hands down. Keep your head hanging as you shift your weight forward and come up to standing with your roll for calf stretching. If you're using a blanket, fold it and roll it up until it looks like a yoga mat you're going to put away. If you're using a towel, you might need to fold it in half one more time, so you'll have half the size in order to get your desired thickness. I think we've all made rolls, so I won't give too much detail. As long as you have something soft that fits right into the arch of your foot. We'll start with left foot on the roll. Ball of foot is all the way on the roll. Heel stays on the earth. And then stand with right foot next to it into Tadasana. Feet are hips width apart. If you were going to measure, it would be 2 fists apart, so probably narrower than you think to get into the actual hip joint. And then use hands on hips to feel for balancing. Right and left side feel same height. Shift them back so your outer hip bone is over your outer ankle. For most of us, that feels a little like sticking the butt out. Lean forward so you don't feel like you're going to fall on your bottom. And then breathe the back ribs back to get your spine to start to reline up over sacrum. Exhale, draw the chin back, bring back of skull into that line. See if you can maintain that outer ribs back, the chest soft. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, draw the elbows down. Squeeze shoulder blades down. Feel for left calves lengthening down, or calf. Inhale, arms up, balloon the back of your rib cage. Exhale, massage shoulder blades down. Front rib stays softly in the body. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, draw down. Relax your arms. Step off your roll. Put right foot on the roll. Start with left foot into Tadasana. Balance your hips and then move them back over your heels. Invite the back low ribs back over your sacrum and then draw the chin back, skull back. And I keep forgetting to offer to step left foot forward if you want more stretch. Or step left foot back if you feel like you're struggling to balance here. It's too much tension. Then bring your arms into your cactus. Inhale into the back ribs here. Exhale, draw the elbows in towards each other. Turn palms towards face, squeezing an imaginary yoga block between your elbows. Inhale, open the arms. Breathe into back ribs. Don't collapse them. Exhale, draw elbows in. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Relax your arms. Come back to all fours for dolphin. Setting up on your elbows, hands around upper arm bones to remeasure your elbow width. And then you can choose either clasp the hands in front of you or place the palms down in front of your elbows, keeping the forearms parallel like the number 11. Press the earth away to lift out of your shoulders. Relax your head and neck down. Lean your hips back, but keep them up to stretch back out of shoulders. And if that's plenty for you today, you stay here and breathe. Some of you tuck your toes, inhale, exhale, knees off the earth. Those of you who have the knees off the ground in dolphin, optional Achilles stretch. Walk your feet together, not forward, just together. Ground the left heel towards the ground. Pick the right foot up to hook your big toe, second toe around your left Achilles tendon, and gently nudge your heel back and down. Use that assistance to also press the earth forward with your forearms. Step right foot next to left. Reach your hips back. Draw the low ribs in. Ground right heel, pick left foot up and hook the big toe around the Achilles tendon of the right foot, drawing your heel back and down. And set both feet down, knees down. Take a moment in embryo, sit back on your heels, hands back by your feet to relax shoulders. If that's not a relaxing shape for either your shoulders or your knees, find one that works for you. Lie on your back or crawl out onto your belly. Return to tabletop. And this one, if you don't want to stay on hands and knees, you could probably do from a sitting position. Neutralize your spine. Press the earth away. Lift out of shoulders. Lengthen sit bones, pubic bone, tailbone straight back. Lumbar spine soft. Gaze down at the ground. Neck soft but long. This time focusing down at the tailbone. As you breathe in, inhale, lift your tailbone up. Maybe flare the sit bones. Exhale, tuck the tailbone down. Keep the rest of the spine, the rib cage, the chest steady, moving just the pelvis up and down again. Inhale, tailbone up. Exhale, tailbone down. Take one more tiny movement like that, and then maybe we'll start to grow it. So you can feel when the tailbone lifts up, your top rim of sacrum is dipping down. Tailbone down, top rim of sacrum curves up. Maybe it keeps growing. Inhale, tailbone up, top rim sacrum down, low spine and belly start to sink. Exhale, tail down, top rim sacrum to sky, lumbar curve disappears, back ribs rise. And maybe as you go, more and more the spine sequentially follows the movement down at your tail. So unlike cat-cow, where we usually start the movement at the middle of the spine, and the head and tail move in sync. Here they're moving at different rates. Oh, it's almost like you're holding a string, a rope at one end, and whipping it, and watching the ripple move down the rope of your spine. Just breathe, feel the movement at your tail, and let the rest of the spine respond. If you think about too much, you will freeze up and stop breathing. Three more breaths. And come into your neutral tabletop. We're stepping into runner's lunge, so you might want to find your 2 blocks for underneath your hands. Right foot forward, right knee lined up over ankle, back leg straight. Hands on ground or blocks. Feel the strength of the left inner thigh drawing backwards. Squeeze your sitting bones in towards tailbone. Shiva pulse. Now, legs will stay in this orientation. Your right knee, you can watch it stay over your ankle, though the hips might budge. Inhale, your heart forward. Draw your shoulders back, widen your collar. Exhale, head down towards knee. Inhale, draw your chest forward, widen the collarbone, shoulders back. Exhale, head to knee, and tuck your tailbone down. Inhale, chest forward, untuck tail. Exhale, head down, tail down. You might feel this is cat and cow, but you're in a runner's lunge. Take 3 more breaths like that. Yes, your hips can go up and down like cat cow, but stay essentially in a runner's lunge with powerful, ready legs. You're kind of like storing the energy you're generating in the current of the spine. All right, either keep going just like that or adding on, inhale, heart forward. Exhale, shift your hips way back, straightening the right leg. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, stretch it back. Walk your blocks back and forth as needed. Keep going. And if you're taking the bigger movement, feel as if it's starting down at your tailbone. As you inhale forward, tuck your tail to start the lunge. And be drawn back through your tailbone to stretch back. 2 more breaths like that. Head to ankle prep. Warrior 2 feet. Bend your right knee. Spin your left heel down. Walk your hands to the left. Hands stay on ground or blocks. Right knee still bent. Rest on the left hand. Right hand to your right inner thigh. Take your right thigh bone and start to traction it out from the hip over your toes. Breathe into the space you're creating in right hip. Exhale, arc your body over to the left, like you're trying to see beyond the left ankle, the back ankle, but then relax your neck. Nothing to see there. Look inside. Knee down lunge. Walk back towards right foot. Set your back knee down, setting up for twist. So back knee probably right under pelvis. Inhale, left arm forward or up. Exhale, left elbow, right thigh. Lower down onto your belly. Quarter boat. Lie on your belly, fold your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. Send breath into the low back ribs. Float them off your kidneys. Exhale, curl pubic bone down into mat. And send right thigh back from your right hip. Lengthen it on the mat. Spiral it inwards towards the left thigh, so inner thigh rises. And if the right leg lifts up, then activate the foot. Contract the right sitting bone. But feel for any clenching, any like fist-like action with the glutes. Soften that. Feel for lengthening leg from hip rather than picking it up. Inhale into low back ribs. Exhale, lower right leg down. Relax it completely. Inflate low back ribs. Exhale, curl pubic bone into mat and start to crawl left thigh back. Slide it from your hip joint. Maybe it lifts up, maybe not. Keep hugging left sitting bone in towards the sit bone. Right leg as relaxed as possible. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, hands in front of your shoulders. Inhale, pull on the mat to pull your heart forward. Exhale, lower down. Again, curl pubic bone down. Inhale, pull on mat. Chest forward, shoulders softly drawing back. Exhale, down. One more like that. Curl pubic bone down. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Shoulders back, elbows in. Exhale, down. Downward facing dog or tabletop. Transitioning into runner's lunge, left foot forward. And most of the weight's in our legs, not in our hands. But if you find your hands getting tired, find something to put your hands on. Or if you have your hands on something, put more weight in your legs. Press your feet down. Starting with a tiny Shiva pulse, keep your legs in your runner's lunge, your left knee right over your left ankles. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, forehead to knee, navel to spine. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, head down, tail down. 3 more pulses just like that, just the spine. Feel as if you're breathing head and tail away from each other, lengthening spine. Option to grow the movement. Inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, start to straighten left leg, head to knee. Tuck tail to move forward. Inhale. Exhale, flow back. And sense the initiation of movement down at tail as you go forward and back. One more breath. Head to ankle prep. Bend your left knee, spin your right heel down into warrior 2 footprint. And then walk your hands to the right between your legs. Maintaining a warrior 2 leg footprint, please adjust the angles of your feet as much as you need so your knees aren't taking the brunt of this pose. Left knee will stay bent, foot active. Lift and spread your toes so you can take your left thigh with your left hand and start to draw the thigh bone out without putting pressure into the knee. Just feel this in the hip, the glutes, and the low back. Send breath into left hip. Exhale, arc your spine over towards the right foot and relax your neck. 2 more breaths into hip. Twisting lunge. Walk your hands back to the left, lower right knee down. Under pelvis, take the time to pat it. Inhale, reach right arm forward or up. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Forward fold, hands down, step the right foot forward, fold over your legs. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Back ribs also inflate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do this. We haven't done this in a while. Inhale, half lift. Slide your hands all the way up the fronts of your legs to your hips. Exhale, massage hands down backs of legs. Take one or two more half lifts like that. And find your way up to standing, either through half lift, or you can bend your knees, tuck your tail, and roll up. Three sun breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, samastitihi. Inhale, back ribs inflate. Exhale to your heart. Standing Ardha Chandrasana, either keep the feet in Tadasana or cross left ankle over right. Arms up, either interlace fingers, crossing thumbs, leave the index finger pointing up, or take hold of left wrist and side bend over to your right. Head resting on the right shoulder. Maybe if you're squeezing your thighs, hips press to the left. Breathe the low back ribs up away from your sacrum. Yes, it'll bring chest forward, and then keep the chest where it is. Just press the arms back. Breathe into that opening in left side body. Squeeze legs, squeeze butt to pull you back to center. Free your arms, free your legs. And then change the cross of your feet. If you want to stay in Tadasana, that's fine. You don't have to put your feet on backwards. Arms up, either opposite interlace of fingers, or if the bind doesn't work for you, hold on to your right wrist. Inhale, lift the back ribs up. Exhale, reach to the left. Relax your head onto left shoulder. Maybe hips press out to the right. Breathe the back ribs out. Exhale, draw the right arm back. And once again, breathe the back ribs off the low back. Exhale, lengthen through the left arm. Squeeze thighs, squeeze glutes. Inhale up. Exhale, relax arms, relax legs. Sit back into a low chair, arms forward, tail back. Exhale, chest onto thighs. Inhale, lengthen a bit more, tail back, crown forward. Exhale, twist, left elbow to the right thigh. Or if you prefer, separate your feet and hook left elbow onto left thigh, especially if you feel strain in low back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Low chair. Inhale, sit back. Chest low, tail way back. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow, left thigh. Good. Use the pressure of elbow to lengthen your spine. Inhale, telescope rib cage out. Exhale, draw the right hip back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find your way back to downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot forward. Eagle warrior, right under left. One more breath. Breathe the whole back body open. If your shoulders are healthy, exhale, draw the elbows forward and up. Relax your arms. Twisting warrior variation. Either left elbow, right thigh, or left hand down to ground or block. Pyramid, hands down. Adjust the left foot forward slightly for your one-legged hamstring stretch. Left toes angled out 45 degrees. You can imagine there's a line running down your yoga mat and your heels are on either side of that line. If that feels pinchy to low back, then step the left foot out to the left. Make more space. Deep lunge. Bend your right knee, bring both hands to the inside of right foot. Left leg back. Lower the left knee down if that feels safe. If you need to keep the knee up, that stretch is very good too. And then your choice, either stay up on your hands or put your elbows on blocks or earth. Maybe just come down onto left elbow, that's fine. Reverse warrior. Come back up to your hands if you lower down. Down into warrior two. Tuck your tail. Use your glutes to rise up. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Right arm up. Neck release. Lower right hand, palm down towards the right knee. And somewhere just over your knee, you'll feel for this sweet traction through the right neck, right shoulder. Hang your head off that line. Run breath through it. Extended warrior variation, right forearm to thigh, left arm behind back, option to interlock. Downward facing dog or forward fold. Finding our way to warrior one, left foot forward. So whatever is neutralizing to you, maybe it's a cat-cow. Take a huge breath in and out. Left foot forward, warrior one. Eagle warrior, left under right. Twisting warrior variation, right elbow, left thigh. Unless you chose to put your hand down on the first side, do that again on this side. Pyramid, hands down. Bring the right foot just about 2.5, 3 feet behind the left. Press ball of left foot into ground to draw the left hip back in line with the right for your forward fold. I'm not concerned with coming low. Some of you are on blocks or even on a chair to help you lengthen your spine out. It's an amazing way to uncoil the hamstrings, hips from the spine. Deep lunge. Bend your left knee, bring both hands to the inside of left leg, and slide right leg back, knee to earth. I'm recommending hugging left knee in close to left shoulder. It's a different stretch if you let the knee roll open, if that's what your body's asking for, though. It's not incorrect, just different. Press back up onto your hands, warrior two. Tuck your tail to rise, inhale. Exhale, reverse. Neck release. Lower left palm towards left knee. Relax head to right shoulder, either ear directly over shoulder, or you can angle chin down if the angling gives you a sense of release. Extended warrior variation, left forearm to thigh, right arm behind back, or interlocked. Hands down, step the right foot forward, fold. One more visit to twisting chair. Sit back, arms forward, left elbow, right thigh. Optional, twisting squat. Keep lowering your hips toward your heels. Your heels might rise. You can stay balanced or put your hands on the ground. If you're keeping your hips high, open out option to open your arms into wings. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, low chair. Right elbow, left thigh. An option to keep lowering down here or to spread your wings. Exhale, fold. Find your way down onto your seat. Keep breathing. Actually, onto your seat or lying down for Paschimottanasana. Either sitting with legs straight, feet flexed, maybe a strap around your feet to forward fold. For some backs coming forward, even using the strap, you still feel a lot of rounding pressure in low back. Then maybe for you guys, back on the floor and then come into your forward fold this way. So you've got the extra support for low spine. Same exact posture. Seated forward folds. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Re-lengthen the whole rib cage out. And then exhale, re-relax neck. If you're upside down, come into happy baby. pull belly to spine. Let your abdominals, your tailbone pull you back up. Maybe you roll right onto your back from here. If you end up on your back and it feels like Shavasana, stay. If your body's asking for any finishing spinal twists or propping, or yes, free form rocking and rolling to massage back body, take that. If you're settling in for a shorter Shavasana, then stay. If you want to take your full 5 to 7 minutes, you might want to turn your computer off so you're not interrupted. Start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. Bend a knee at a time and ease off to one side. From your side, press your hands into the ground. Keep your neck relaxed as you crawl up to sitting. Palms pressed together, thumbs against your sternum, lift your heart. May we benefit from our practice. May our practice benefit not only us, but may all beings know peace, be happy, healthy, free. Namaste.